evening, good sir. X.
Hola, buenas noches. Soy Thingamajig. Mucho gusto. That was Spanish, huh? Okay, what have we got ourselves into, eh? What have we got ourselves into? We're here for round 2 of the GT3 World Endurance Series 5. Round 2, after banging Watkins Glen right into the stratosphere with a humdinger of a race, we are travelling on to Belgium, the 24-hour layout. Now, when I say the 24-hour layout, don't get excited. It's exactly the same track. It's just the pit lane comes out further back, I think. I was disappointed as well, but that is how it is. So, what have we got? We've got the Aston Martins. This is the GT3 World Endurance Series 5, guys. You should know this by now. Come on. Keep up. We're on to the 5th season, and that is the, I'll tell you all the others, I just can't remember them. But we've done like a country, picked on a country, picked on a car, used that car. It's a Group 3 car, and we've ran a mini championship with that car. It's an endurance race, so it's 90 minutes. These guys are out there practicing at the moment in the dark on racing hard tyres, because they've got to qualify on racing hard tyres. Now, normal rules say they have to use all of the tyre compounds in the 90-minute race, unless there is one driplet of rain touches tarmac, and these guys have to go to either inters or wets, then the tyre rule is null and void. So if it has a sprinkling of rain at the first 10 minutes, they go inters, then they can rock what tyre they want for the rest of the race, as I understand it. I may be wrong, but that's how I understand the rule. But if not a droplet of rain falls from the heavens, then these guys have got to go with hard tyres, mediums or softs, and then the opposite, and then after that it's free choice. And judging by the round of 1, these guys can't make that fuel last, so there will be multiple pit stops here, I tell thee. I've got a championship table to read out, and we can look through the fields. It's pretty dark though. There's Jokas. Right, let me see at the table. Homesick Alien, after that surprise win, and he'll admit himself it was a surprise win. He's leading the championship on 20 points, with JOO Pace in second on 19 points. Supermanny is third on 16 points, with fourth Guesty on 15 points. Racer Brown is in fifth on 12 points. Sixth is Digital Blasphemy on 11 points. Seventh is Jokers on 10 points. Ensign Newer is 8th on 9 points. Bazza is 9th with 8 points. And Jim, oh poor Jim, the tragedy of Jim of Watkins Glen. They tell the tale still. To this day, they sing songs of the tragedy that befell Jim at. And I got it wrong in the comms. I said he got extra happy with his click button and double clicked and passed the fuel bit. But no, he fueled. I think it was a glitch. So Jim 10th, 7th, and Majid in 11th with 6 points. That's the table. I'm hobjobbed through it, but yeah, you get it, yeah, you get it. Right, we'll look to the chats. We'll look to the chats before we go through to the field, and I'll tell you, we've got about 5 minutes. Hey, I was early this day. This day, mark it on thy calendar, that thingamajob was early to a stream. I don't know what to say about it. So in the chat, Muddy saying, good evening, good sir, and Muddy also saying, good Spanish. I struggle with English, lol. Skyjack is saying, good evening, dearest. Mama Homesick saying, evening, thingy, how are you? I am absolutely super duper, thank you for asking. And Ensign Hewitt saying, good evening. Can't make tonight, but I get to watch thingy stream. Aye, what do you mean you can't? You can't miss it. It's Spa, 24-hour apparently. Track's the same, pit stop's different. Makes a world. I tell you, it does make a world of difference. I'm slagging it, or I'm kind of like, you know, slagging it. But it confused me the last time they raced here. I could not work out who was where after the pit stops, because I like it when they kick them out after Le Sueur, but now they're kicked out after Rouge and L'Aurelio. We're at Spa. I told you we're at Spa a couple of times now. We're going to look through the field. We've done the table. We'll look through the field. That is Snorlax. We were watching him earlier in the Rockstar. Seems to be the fastest man out there at the moment in practice. They've got light damage, by the way, I didn't say. And they're not really meant to use traction. Well, they're not to use traction control, but in the rain, they're allowed something like one traction or something like that, just to ease it through the corners. But that's small rules you guys don't need to concern yourself with. Jokers out there, bang. It's pretty dark, but a lovely set of headlights and an even better set of brake lights. Look at them brake lights. Oh, there you go, quick flash of his red, white and blue Challenger. Beautiful. They're all Astons. They're all Aston Martins. They're all the nice one, the Vantage. Majid out there. Can't see his livery. He got in some infringements, if I remember rightly. With that livery, not enough of the rules followed, but he's got his indicators on. He's third fastest. Then we've got Normans. Now, did we have Normans last week? I haven't got the nicknames on, so I don't know. I think this might be a late entry. Interesting bit of stuff. We didn't have a Finn last week, I'm sure of it. So welcome, Normans. And nice to see you here. Oh, Ensign, he's on holiday, the cheeky bugger. Wife would have killed me if I had packed the PlayStation. Well, it's an option. That's the beauty of the PlayStation. There we see Normans finding the track limit. And good to miss Spa. Wish it had been Tokyo Expressway. And Muddy saying, I packed my PS once, and when we went away, got some weird looks, but that was it, lol. I took Switch with me. I'm not brave enough for the to pack up the whole PlayStation. Sharen's in the room. My jeez, lords, this is an interesting one. So Normans, nice to meet you. If we met last week, I apologise. You're not in the table, and I don't remember. So I think Normans, first time out. I'm guessing it's exciting times. Bendit, I said he'd left. I think. I don't know if it was in the last stream or many streams ago, but I thought he'd gone. Thought he'd Cotton Eye Joed. But he's there. Splendid in all his Dutch glory, you Dutch love muffin, you. Welcome back. It's been a while. Now let me see that sexy Dutch tushy on the final screen. So Bendit is in the house. I'm missing people. Look at Jim. Jimbo is absolutely annihilating it. Did I ever tell you about the tragedy of Jim at Watkins Glen? They still sing about it today. And Money in the chat saying, welcome back, Sharen. It's been a while, but always a pleasure to have you back on track. So, Jim then, fastest man on track at the moment in his Aston Martin. And I remember that one. It's a lovely one. It's a green Cognate. It's a little bit like the F1 one. It's nice. But so's, I can't see him. JOO, the near-on winner last week, just got a little rambunctious with his pit stops. I don't know, miscalculated something. Was highly amiss with the calculations of his pit stops. So, battle with a Y. But then we're hit with 3R. Even Norman's knows. Snorlax, come on. Jay's not been around for a while. Maybe he doesn't remember the new update on race start procedure. Can we please keep ourselves updated on race start procedure? If I need to repeat it again, it's the question is, are you ready? And the answer is R for ready. So it can't be miscued with a woman's private area or asking the question of why are we ready? Ooh, a little knock there from Normans with someone coming over the hill. Homesick Alien then. We haven't had a look at half of these guys. Shren he's looking splendid. His headlights are looking great. Noxie, I don't remember Noxie from last week. So Guesty sitting in the pits. Ooh, here we go, people. And Skyjacker says it's always Wi-Fi. Yes, I know it's a grey area. We've got to talk about it. We should discuss it more. Maybe carry it through this year. And the discussion continues. R or Y. You're either an R or you're a Y at the end of the day. VRC, the VRC gods have spoken, and Skyjacker just got spanked. And Ensign knew it, saying, boy, I sure hope it doesn't rain. And VRC says the official word of VRC. Right, so they've all flooded out onto the track. We've got 10 minutes. 10 minutes, I believe, to work out the grid on this very lengthy Belgium track. And Snorlax wasn't the first on the track. Who was the first? It looks to me like it's the alien of Home 6 out there. Ooh, someone just asked something is allowed and I missed it. I maybe have been able to have answered that one, but it's gone. And the alien not the first on track. He is, you know, it's just the order. It's such a weird. You've got to get through that first sector. Let it shuffle itself around. But yeah, we'll enjoy these cars while the daylight lasts. You can see the headlights are already on. So there's Homesick Alien, the winner from last week and championship leader. Exciting times in that camp, I tell thee. Guesty out there. Man, Guesty had an adventure last week. He's got all the pace, but he has a problem with staying on the track. I don't know. It wasn't all that. It was all sorts of things with Guesty. Jimbo has very good pace, bad luck. The two mixed together is not a great formula. Let's see if Jim can turn his luck around here at Belgium. And J-O-O absolutely owned it last week. You've got to say, until the decision to take a short pit stop that really put him out of stead, and then needing to take that extra pit stop at the end of the race, giving Homesick Alien half an opportunity. J-O-O had everything going his way at Watkins Glen last week, so what can J-O-O come up with here at Spa? They're just going around their warm-up lap and getting ready to pull the trigger on a flyer. Snorlax then. We saw flashes of Snorlax in the last season of the Super... Hang on, I've got to clear my throat for this one. Suzuki Swift Championship Challenge Cup or something like that. I never remember. And I missed the endurance out. Suzuki Swift Endurance Championship Challenge Cup. Yeah, we saw Snorlax. He got a win, if I remember rightly, but I don't want to solidify that one. I'm just saying the win. I remember Snorlax and a win. So they're all popping around. I've been watching LOLO. I was just pooping by your window. I was going to go with passing and I changed it right at the end because that might be just too much. It's Saturday night television though. So Jokers then out there. Oh, the floodlights are starting to come on. Let's have a look at Norman's car. Before, oh, I'll tell you, it's shiny. Do you like a shiny one? And Norman's, I'm pretty sure that's his first race. I'm going to stick my neck out. And here he is. And Bazza, it's not his first race, I tell you. Oh, him and Baz. Hey, I ain't got an ensign to confuse me from Bazza and ensign this time around. So Bazza out there in his Koppenberg, I don't drink, Koppenberg, I never know how to say it. His cider runner, his moonshine vehicle. So the Baz, I mean, can you class fermented apples as moonshine. Well, you know, depends on how fermented they are, I guess. So the Baz is hitting it. Majid didn't quite see out the race. Still picked up the points though, so not bad, not bad. But Majid here, I don't think he quite knew the rules, because I remember in the Discord, in Discord, that he asked a couple of questions post-race, and there we go, the times. No, traction control's not allowed, Sharon. Sorry, bro. Did you use it? He's using it. Not really. Somebody trying to read the rules, guys. So, yeah, they're crossing the line. So, Guesty, fastest so far. JOO has posted a time. He's 1.2 seconds slower than Guesty. Jim set a time only half a second slower than JOO, 1.7 seconds behind pole sitter. Homesick Alien is 1.5 seconds behind Jim, nearly over 3 seconds behind pole sitter. Normans is 1.5 seconds behind the Alien, and over 4.5 seconds behind the leader. Times are still being set. But Joker's there, 6th fastest so far. Oh, Majid just popped it in there for 6th, and Sharon, although Sharon may be carrying a penalty, he is using the traction of control, which is not allowed. He did ask before qualifying, and no one answered him. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. So, Guesty, pole sitter so far. Sharon second, but don't want to type anything. People are doing their laps, man. It's not fair. So JOO 3rd fastest. Jim now 4th fastest with... Oh, no, it's changed again because Noxie slipped it up there. And Noxie... Oh, he might not be. I might be looking at the wrong thing. Oh, he's got traction on. I was hoping I'd looked at the wrong thing, but he's using traction. So Noxie's just slipped it in ahead of the Alien. That's a lovely looking classic Golf livery from how do I say Golf? It's the colours. It might not have the Golf emblem on there. We don't know. Home scaling then 6th fastest. Bendit is 7th with Majid in 8th and Norman's 9th. Jokers in 10th. This is after all their first runs. Bazza 11th with Snorlax down at the back there. Must have had a huge one. Huge one. So Guesty then pole sitter. He doesn't beat his time. Jim beats his own time. Goes up to 3rd ahead of JOO pace. But then JOO pace goes 2nd. He can't quite beat Guesty's time. And I think...
Score Directive 3867. Do not use traction control on GT3.
Yeah, Ensign Hewitt reminding us that Space Corp Directive. Well, he says 3867, which I believe, actually, if you look into that one, that's you will not use 2 canaries for anal crevice searchers, I think. But he believes it's do not use traction control in GT3 Wes. We'll have to beg to differ on that one. So, let's see, things have changed. Guesty's still pole. Sharen's still 2nd. Oh, no, yeah, Sharen's 2nd. Didn't he just knock JOO down? He did. JOO 3rd with Snorlax in 4th. So Snorlax absolutely cracking that 2nd lap from him after being way off the pace on his first lap, and now he's come across. I believe that's Jokus. And really, Snorlax should back off. He might feel like he's on a lap and he wants to get on with his lap, but the rules do state, although time is running out for these fellas, isn't it? Time is of the essence. So Jokus, gets out of the way, and Jokus, he didn't have to do that. But Jokus gets out of the way from Snorlax, who's going around. Someone's got to be... I've not even worked out where the line is on the blooming... Let's have a look for the next person. Sorry, it's going to flick around a bit until I see that red arrow land on the 101. Bingo! Guesty! Guesty will be the next one to cross the line. Pretty dark here at Spa. Do you think it'll be daylight again during the beginning of the race, or do you think it'll just carry on being dark? Who knows? But the Fox in the car and out of the car. Guesty snatching pole. And again, more pole goodness. The fuel is depleting during qualifying, remember that. So, I mean, they don't even start with full fuel, I believe. But, it looks like JOO making a mistake there. Homesick Alien propelling himself up into third spot, just behind Shiren, who I believe he'll even carry a big penalty in the race. Or they'll shuffle him to the back of the grid. But I don't know how they would know. I've said it on here a lot. He's using traction control. He did ask at the beginning. No one answered it. I didn't see it. He's using it. He should go start at the back, I'm afraid. Homesick. Ooh, Norman's just putting in a time there. Let's go have a rundown. So we've got Guesty, Shiren in second. Excuse me. Homesick Alien in third. The final lap has just come up. I've got a controller in front of the time, you see, so I can't see it. I'll have to move that. JOO is fourth, but he's going faster, and he doesn't need much to get ahead of the Alien, but the Alien, I'm sure, is probably pushing on as well. Shiren is just coming around. He's just starting a lap. No, he's done. Shiren's done in second. Someone else has done as well. Guesty's quite a way away. Let's see if we can find someone who's getting there. Sorry, guys. They're done. Majid's done in seventh. Noxie's just coming towards the line. Well, he's not. He's going through the chicane towards the line. Now he's coming towards the line. Can he better his time? He does. Seventh spot ahead of Majid, just behind Jim. Jim's on his way. Someone else is just about to cross the blooming light, and I'm going to miss it. Oh, there we go. It's Bendit. He got there, but I don't think he's gone faster. Bazza's too far away. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm making a hash of this. Trying to find people. Oh, look. We're at Guesty. Shiren's done in second. Homesick Alien. Oh, bless you, thank you. Homesick Alien's battling on. JOO. I think we saw him having an off, so I'm not sure if he's on a run. He's ahead of the Alien. Snorlax is further back even more so. So JOO coming through Blanchimont, I think, or whatever that's called, into the chicane. I know there's a couple of people. Jim goes faster in sixth place, and here comes JOO. Is that pace any faster? It's going to be tight. He goes faster and up into second. Then it's Homesick Alien, still on his run, knocked down to fourth. And Homesick Alien, it doesn't look like he got any more out of that one. And someone else crosses the line, and that Snorlax goes faster but doesn't change position. So we've got Guesty on pole, JOO in second on the front row, Shiren third, Homesick Alien fourth, Snorlax in fifth, Jim sixth. And I mean, we're talking tenths. It's nothing between any of them. Look at that, Shiren and Homesick at 900ths. So, very tight field indeed. Jim in sixth, Noxie in seventh, Majid starts eighth ahead of Jokus in ninth, Bazza in 10th, Bendit in 11th, and Norman's in 12th. And in the chat, Shiren, mate, you've got to turn that traction off. You're only allowed to use it if it rains. Sorry, bud. I didn't see your question. I would have answered if I saw your question. I didn't see it. I'm really sorry. Majid says, my struggle is coming back to GT7 from ACC on PC. We're here. We had someone leave because they couldn't keep differentiating GT at the time Sport and ACC. So they struggled. They had to pick one or the other. It is tricky. The way the games are designed now. But I always think it's weird because you get racing drivers are quite happy to transfer over to Le Mans and rally. So you think that's no different. But who am I? I'm not a racing driver, and I'm certainly not a sim racer. So Ensign Hewitt says, well done to our old team boss, Guesty. Yeah, man. Right, I missed the results page. Sorry, guys. I was too busy reading. And we'll go to spectate as they line themselves up. Shiren has kept hold of that place, so it's going to be done post-race about his... Oh, God, I'm taking this sweet time about that one, eh? Good job, the lights are taking a while. So Guesty on pole, Jay on second, Homesick Alien fourth, the winner of last week. And it is go here at Spa for the Virtual Racers Club. Oh my lord, we've had a spinner at the back. It's Jim. No, it's got to be a glitch. Maybe red flag being called. We'll see. Guesty, JOO, Homesick Alien pulls away in third. It's a bit wobbly coming through a Rouge. And Sharen's dropped a position there. He's turned his traction off now, so yes. And then we've got Jokers in 6th place with Noxie in 7th. Norman's up into 8th. Bazza in 9th. Then it's Bendit in 10th, who's got a bit of damage. And I think in Jim as well, his damage has just run off. And oh, Majid's still on the grid. What has happened to Majid? Unbelievable stuff. So Guesty then still leads the race, but JOO is on hot on his tail. And Ensign Ewan saying, like Spa 98. So JOO all up in Guesty's business, and they've got a good 2.5 seconds. It's Noxie. Noxie in second, where his Homesick Alien down there in 5th. I mean, we are around the first lap. We've had 3 red flags, so it's possible that they will call the red flag. There is 3, and Jim 4. It's there to be seen. So Homesick Alien should ask the guys to exit the race, and that is a first. That is a first for us here. I think Homesick's already quit, hasn't he? No, he's there. So yeah, I mean he's slowing down. So I'm guessing he's trying to type whilst drive, but I would say it's yes. There you go. Exit, please. Oh, this is so cool because people just disappear in front of you. Bink. Oh, we're missing them all. Bink, 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 bink. Norman's gotta quit out, bruh. Dink. There you go. Oh, they all dinked out. Hey, the Tuesday curse is back. We used to have a trouble starting these Tuesdays. I tell thee, Tuesday, I tell you, Racer Brown, who's not here, I don't know, I'm not sure, I'm not up to date with current events or such what, so I'm not sure what he's up to, but I would guess it was another run. I guess there's another big payday out there. And Ensign, you were saying first red flag of VRC I've seen. Yes, we used to have many on a Tuesday through to glitches and such what, but yes. Oh, poor Homesick's got to sort all that out. I'm sure he took a picture. I'm sure he took a picture of the grid. I could tell him Guesty was on pole. And JOO Pace was second. Oh, we've gone again. How's it going out there? Bandit, we start on H. Maybe Bandit jumped. But well, Jim said there was a start glitch, some sort of start glitch. So we'll not make assumptions just yet. And in the chat, Monde Lungo says, "Let's go, JOO. Gusto mucho." So we're just chilling. We've had qualifying. Guesty's pole. JOO is second. Did I miss something in chat there? I try and be aware of things. Oh, why wouldn't he put chat up when you're just dossing?
Tears of joy here for the Sapphire.
He's here for the Sapphire. I don't know what that means. Oh no, it's just chat. Oh, we start on the hard tyres. Yes, sorry, he meant hards. Yes, that is the rule. You meant to start on the hards, I believe. I don't know though. I can't brush up on my rules at the moment. Why am I going on that? I want to talk to people. I miss them. So yes, we're all just sort of like prepping and waiting. They're going to set up a grid very similar to the one we had. Norman's is on softs as well, so I'm not sure what the crack is out there. Norman's rules. The rules state, laddie, that they must start onto hard tyre. Because if you're not on hard tyre, then your strategy's all messed up, okay? So, Normans, get off those hards, bro. He is new. He is new. We're all sat here. Everyone's entered. And always delays out there. FIA, I've heard from the VIA that the race set to start 2 minutes. Rules say you can start on what you bloody well want, okay? Wow, that's going weird on my screen. What's that? I can't move off Bandit. Now I must get. Someone go on the track, my man. Rules say you can start on any, so there you go. Don't give me another Space Corp. Space Corp Directive 33226. Always start on the hard tyre in GT3 Wes. I think you'll find that's 33227, sir. 33226 means you should not clean your nostrils with the cafeteria baguettes. But good try. Someone's gone out. Hallelujah. We get to see a car. Come on. If that was... I don't know. I'm not reading them now. I can't be bothered. I can't keep up with them. Bendit's gone straight onto the mediums. Everyone's gone all the way into all sorts of shenanigans. Let's go and have a look at the chat then. The chat seems more interesting than that, doesn't it? Here we go. Rules say you can start on any. Norman says yes. Qualify on hards. If that was true, top 5 would be on softs. Start on any tyre. RB confirmed in chat a few days ago. All right, my bad. Boom! There you go. Ensign, you never let me have just one D. Hey! Does he, though? Does he? Never. Oh, look at it. The tyres are lighting up like Christmas now. Everyone's decided, strap me on a strategy. They're all locking on. And Muddy in the chat saying it's a black card situation here. Black card, Rimmer. Black card. And we're getting the I's and the Y's and the R's and every other letter that we fancy out. And tell you, another restart and I'll use a Y. I'll get a Y out. I've got a warm brew here, I tell thee. I've not even started the race yet and it's drinkable. Yeah. Oof. That was some tasty beverage, man. Jesus, where the Italians know. The Italians know how to tantalise a taste bud, you've got to say. Their food, their drinks, those little mafioso buggers and organised crime. They know how to do it all. Big up the eye-ties. Well done. Here we go then, we're going into the race. I don't know, that was random about Italians, but I really like latte, so... Guesty on pole. And JWO. We saw this start before. Let's hope, fingers crossed, that everything starts as it should here at Spa 4. It's looking okay so far, and yes, and Guesty, can he maintain that lead? Because it looks like Jay's got a little pace there from this start, and he's on the hards, is Jay. Guesty went hard as well, and the front guys all staying on that hard tyre. They want the long run on the heavy fuel. They know. Jimbo, he's gone on hard as well with a Sharon onto the medium tyre. He slipped back a little bit. He's trying to find a little space up the inside of Jim. Someone's got major off. Is that Jay? Jay's had a huge one there. Is he going to have to give up a space? Where's Guesty gone? Oh my word, I wish I had a replay. I don't know what happened there, but Guesty's down in 11th. JWO was off the track, and Homesick Alien Could it happen again for the Alien? Shiren then up into third spot, and Noxie in fourth. Another great start from Noxie in the Aston Martin. Jim in fifth. Jokers there is sixth place, with Bendit in seventh. Oh, we'll check their tyres out. Normans is in eighth, and he's on the medium tyres. He's being harassed by Majid, who's on the hard tyres, in ninth. It looks like the tyres are very marginal, with Guesty now in 10th. He's made a place up. Snorlax down as well. Snorlax is out of position, and Bazza, I think, slightly out of position as well. Unbelievable movements here, with Jay in the lead. And I'm missing my man, Jay's teammate. I know his name, I just don't want to say it wrong. Supermanny. I'm missing my Supermanny, man. Where's my Supermanny? In the chat, Ensign Newt saying, I miss the replay function. Do I ever? God almighty. JOO then leads from Homesick Alien. Shiren in third. The Russian sensation coming back with a bang. And I know I am 88 minutes early with that statement, but hey, we'll see in 88 minutes, shall we? Noxie on the fight. Noxie absolutely up for this one. And he's on the softs. Noxie on the softs. He wants to make hay. Early doors. He wants to get by these guys. Where's Guesty? He's down in... He was 11th. He's gone to 10th. Straight after I saw JOO was off the road, I noticed no Guesty up front. Went a hunting for him. He's down here. He's taking scalps down in the mid-pack. He's on it. He's in 10th. He's trying to get the fin, but he's boxed in from Bendit. There's no room. He's going here, there, and everywhere. And Guesty up a position there. And next up is Majid on his list. Or Bendit. Oh, and Majid was not having that on. Is that Majid? Is that Majid on the inside of him? He wasn't having that at all. I'm not sure. There's the Baz. The Baz has slipped through. Where did Majid go? Oh, Majid off the road. It was headlights, man. That's all I saw. Maybe you guys saw it clearer than I, but that was just headlights, and someone did go into the side of Guesty, putting him out wide. And JOO leads this race from Homesick Alien. And Shiren in third, with Noxie on those soft tyres, all up and in Shiren's business. Jim doing a fine race so far. It looked a bit slow start, but he's up to fifth. What with Guesty dropping off the face of the world, and Snorlax as well, I think, qualified up there, but I'm not sure. So Jim, onwards and upwards for Jim. He's 1.7 seconds behind Noxie, but Noxie's going to have to pit a lot earlier than the guys around him. He's all over the back of Shiren, who's on the medium tyres. So the two leaders on those hard tyres are doing a respectable, more than respectable job. Although Homesick Alien, it's tough to say. Could he? He doesn't. I mean, track. Look at me fumbling. Track place, position on track is king. Obviously, always track position, king. But if it's costing you, someone, I'm not sure. But it seems now that Shiren's dropped back from the Alien, so the Alien obviously not too fussed by the harassment he's getting from the soft runner. But Shiren out wide there. Well, no, the medium runner, should I say. And Noxie is up and past Shiren. And Shiren then down in fourth spot. Jim is in fifth. And Max has left Majid out of the room. He's not happy. He did say in the chat he was struggling to do the crossover from ACC to a GT7, and he's decided to take an early bath. And Jim, fifth place at the moment, and getting faster, chasing down Shiren, who's on those medium tyres, who just lost a position to Noxie, and Noxie, he'll be looking to get past the Alien. 6/10 behind him. There's a nice 7/10 gap for JOO out there in the lead at the moment. Jim fifth, Jokus in sixth. Respectable race for Jokus at the moment, keeping his head down. He's got two people ahead of him, not on a faster tyre. They will have to use the hard tyre later in the race, unless there's rain. And then the people who started on the softs look very clever. Didn't think of that at the beginning. So Noxie praying for rain before a pit stop, I imagine. I don't have a radar. I can't tell you at the moment. It looks clear as a whistle out there. No mist. No, I haven't seen a sky. For once, we're getting really close shots. It's beautiful. Ooh, I thought Jokers was pushing his luck there to the outside of the track. He is being caught by Bendit, sorry. Bendit is closing in on Jokers with Guesty now on the recovery drive. He's up another position, but I think that's Majid Balin. And there's Bazza chasing down Normans, the new lads. He's doing all right. He had 225 against Bazza's 225. Snorlax did a 25 as well. And Guesty in the 25s. He's 2.2 seconds behind Bendit, who did a lovely 22. Very fast. And he's, where is he? Is that... I thought he was all stuck up behind Jokers there, but it's not as close as I thought it was. Bendit. I think it's a lovely orange car. Down there in 7th, a second and a half ahead of Guesty. Guesty, though, pole sitter. We know he's got the pace. And he's made up a couple of positions already. And in the chat, Ensign Hewitt saying, hope Jim has better luck this week. And Ensign saying, come on, Barry, do it for Belgium. There's a bag of chips in it for you. Go on. Don't do anything for a bag of chips, me. Oh no, he's in the back now. You've cursed him. He's hit his bumper and dropped back. That was not a commentator's curse. That's an Ensign Hewitt curse. So JOO, fastest lap, 1.5 seconds. Noxie's got himself past the alien. And I missed that. I do apologise. But maybe homesick, realising Noxie, not used to seeing him. He was mid-pack when he qualified. And he's probably put 2 and 2 together and thought, Noxie's on a different set of tyres here. It's really not worth the time and effort to race him. Maybe he's hoping Noxie is going to go up and cause a bit of mischief with JOO. Get a bit racy with JOO. And he's catching him. Ooh, wide coming out of that corner though. But no, he's got it. No, I take it back. He wasn't wide. Beautiful stuff from Noxie. And Noxie there chasing down the South African like he intends to do business. Homesick alien being caught by Shiren again. Shiren finding the pace. Back on those medium tyres. And he's closing in on the alien. He'll be fancying third spot. But remember, Noxie and Shiren will be in earlier than the hard runners. We would assume. The fuel at the moment, we've been racing just up to 9 minutes. Half a tank fuel used in Shiren already, so you can see it's what, roughly 18 minutes, 20 minutes if they're a bit more if they save a bit better. 20 minutes, that's a lot of 20 minutes is in 90. I'm not working it out for you, you do it. I'm thinking about who's where. Got a lot on my plate here, can't be just doing your math for you. So Shiren more than has the pace on those medium tyres to go at the alien. JOO's dropped down. Whoa, where is my replay function? Because I'm getting really hacked off now that I'm missing that juicy schnizzle. So I don't know what's happened to Jay, but he's now in 4th. Noxie's leading though. He got the fastest lap. He was very close to Jay. He's had a tank slapper in the middle of the corner and he keeps her together, scoops her up, and he carries on. And Homesick Alien now in 2nd spot with Shiren in 3rd and JOO. Well, do you know what? You watch touring cars in afternoon, they never catch out. And Formula 1 very rarely does. It's only because they've got more money than God. They can point a camera at every single bloody nook and cranny unless it's something juicy, and then they never got it. But when there's big bloody trucks parked on the road, they've suddenly got no camera angles for that. We have to get fans Twitter. But if it's anything on racetrack that they're not causing any kind of mayhem and death, then you get a replay up your ass about it. But touring cars on a Saturday, you don't get any replays. I mean, you might, but not many, because they've got about 4 cameras. 2, probably, more real. So, yeah, you don't get replays in the real thing, all right? So don't get on my Don't get on me about replays. It's GT7. Petition them. Someone just went off. Big star, didn't they? I thought I saw someone. It's Homesick Alien. Now, I don't know if he was dicing. It looked like there was other cars around, but I don't know. Maybe this race has taken a turn for the worse. I'm not sure, but I just saw out of the corner of my little eye a car exiting to the left. And wow. And that puts Jim up into 4th with Guesty now in 5th. Guesty down in 11th on lap 1, up into 5th. My God, this race has got its turns. Noxie still leads by 2 seconds. Shiren is 3rd. Then JOO is in... No, sorry, Shiren's 2nd. And JOO is now in 3rd with Jim in 4th. And Jim not putting a foot wrong in the race so far. Still only 6 seconds behind the leader on the hard tyre. And he must be thinking, oh God, I'm not used to this much luck. Settle down. In the chat, Ensign saying the fuel usage really compromises the tyre strat in these Astons. At least I found that in round 1. Well, we're through way over half a tank now. We're thinking about 18 minutes into the race is we're going to see pit stops, or they'll have to pit. 20 minutes if they're a little more generous with the lifts and the gear changes. But wow, Jim, that is one damn sexy, fine looking car, bro. Well done. Superb job. Love it. So Noxie, man, I've not made enough, have I? Noxie leading this race. He did start on the soft tyre, but he's made the moves that count. We didn't see any of them. We saw one, didn't we? I saw him overtake someone, didn't I? I'm sure I did. So Noxie leads the race. He's about 1.7 seconds. OJ in the chat saying, how long is the race? It's a 90-minute race, bro. And we're only 13 minutes in. That means we've still got, what's that, 77 minutes to go? We're here for the long haul, OJ. Get yourself a brew, bro. Get yourself a brew and sit yourself down. Strap yourself in, man. There's been action-packed already in the first 13 minutes. So Noxie's leading on... We've not even got to the first pit stops. So Noxie, 1.6 seconds ahead of Shiren.
South Africa flag. South Africa flag.
OJ saying, let's go, Jay. South African flag, South African flag, South African flag. Flame, brah. And Ensign is saying, shame we can't see the weather radar. The sky looks clear. Stop doomsaying. God, you sound like Crofty, man. You're bloody... before the lights go out, and it's like, is there any chance of rain? You're obsessed. So Guesty's in. Guesty making an early stop. It's got a quarter of a tank of fuel, and those tyres still look good to use. So Guesty going all strategy on us. It's a long pit stop though. Look, all the way. Has he already taken it? I can't tell what's what. There you go. Jesus, it's convoluted pit stop. You have to go all through the source and everything. It looks nice though. I'm staying with the pit stop because it just looked dead sexy. I still want to stay with the pit stop. That car's dead sexy, man. I love that green. I think it's similar green to our kitchen, Guesty. I think it's very similar green to our cupboards. It's nice. And there we go. Guesty released. And but he's the only man so far deciding to make a pit stop. Noxie's tyres are getting quite long, but there's still some meat on those bad boys yet. And he's chugging in those times. Shiren closing in on him though. Shiren's mediums looking a lot healthier than the softs, and he's starting to find a bit of pace. He's gone his fastest so far that last time around. JOO, all up and down the grid he goes. He's in a 3rd spot at the moment, doing very good times on those racing hard tyres. He's matching the mediums ahead of him. Jimbo, we hope that you do well. We've all sat here with our fingers crossed because Jimbo deserves a hit. Jim's in 4th place. I don't want to shake the boat. Look at that sky, Ensign. Just look at it. It's absolutely clear as a whistle. There isn't one cloud in the sky. This is a beautiful summer's Belgian evening. Let's get the warm beer out and have some chocolate. or some buns, some Belgian buns. And Noxie, oops, I broke the camera. Noxie then leads the way, and Shiren is closing that gap every second. Every single corner, Shiren is getting closer to Noxie. And Noxie, I mean, he's got to call it at some point, hasn't he? His tyres, he's I don't know, a 19 and 18 and a 19. It was an early 19 though, so he can maintain that. But the problem is now, the medium runners are in early 18s and late 18 there for JOO in that last lap. JOO, his pace is a little, I don't know what to say. At Watkins Glen, he was absolutely consistent as hell, but his lap times have been around the block a few times with Jenny from the block. So Jimbo, the fuels are flashing. The fuels are flashing on Jim's dashboard. This is where it all went wrong last week. And he'll be on the radio to the team saying, are you sure you've got all your T's crossed, your I's dotted, and everything's working as it should be, because I'm bringing this baby in hot and I want fuel this time. Noxie then, fuel's flashing, but he's still got a lap or so in there. Shiren has been quite conservative. JOO in third, Jim there in fourth. Homesick Alien, very thrifty with his fuel there, just under a quarter of a tank for the Alien. Fifth place, so he's made some places up, and Snorlax also making some places up beautifully. Up into sixth place, Jokus, I think he was ahead of the Alien, so he slipped back a little bit, and his tyres are looking, well, his tyres not so much, but the fuel is not in a great place at the moment. Bendit looking strong at this point in the race, starting to harass Jokus for seventh spot, as some guys are getting ready to make their pit stops. Norman's as well there, looking ready for a pit stop there. Guesty just making his pit stop, going to the medium tyre, just over 3/4 of a tank of fuel. We're seeing that the fuel's not lasting all that long. I'm surprised he's put any less in. And we've got Bazza on an out lap as well on home soil in Spa with racing mediums, full tank of fuel. So who's going to pull the trigger? That's Noxie going in. Shiren then, is he going to follow suit? Shiren also in. JOO comes in as well. Jim has decided this is the moment. This is the moment, Jim. We're watching it. We're watching it. We're keeping our eagle eye. Oh, what? We watched the other one drive all the way in. It was beautiful. I loved it. Why can't we watch Jimbo drive in? There we go. It's just nice. Look. All around us all. Oof. Could have done a bit more light. So Noxie's in, Shiren's in, JOO paces in. Homesick stayed out, Snorlax has stayed out. Well, they both had good fuel on board. Jokus, Bendit, all pitting behind. It's a whole pit wave of cars. 19 minutes, I called it. I said 18 minutes and 20, between 18 and 20 minutes. If it depends on how heavy they are with their right foot. And Jimbo then, we are willing them to put fuel in that blooming car this time around. Come on, fuel that bad boy, fuel that bad boy, fuel, and he's away, he's away. Look at the tank, look at the tank. Oh no, Jimbo, what's going to go on? Guesty's managed to come through. Has he though? Because it's a bit of a weird one. Up all the way over a Rouge. He's got fuel, ladies and gentlemen. He's got fuel on board. The crew in the pits did what they needed. Do you have to drive all that, or is that auto drive? That's crazy if that's you've got to drive that. And Guesty does get through just by the skin of his teeth, and that's a position. And Guesty getting fastest lap on his way. JOO, he's out behind Shiren and Noxie. Noxie's gone to the hard tyre. Shiren also going to the hard tyre. JOO has gone to the medium tyre. Then we've got Homesick Alien leading this race, but he is all out of gas with Snorlax in the same position. Both of them on racing hard tyres, so they'll be going on a faster tyre than both Noxie and Shiren. And they should be. It's Guesty. They've got to watch out for Guesty. That's the danger for Snorlax and Homesick Alien after their pit stop. And at the moment with Guesty absolutely ripping up the tarmac out there in his Aston Martin Vantage. He is loving it, and the track is loving him. Jimbo Nothing wrong here, says Jim. He's on the soft tyre, so he could come back, Guesty, and also jump. Well, he was already ahead of Homesick Alien, which makes me think Guesty may have already done the job of jumping Homesick Alien and Snorlax just by jumping the Jim. Oof. It's tough to call. There is a Bendit in 8th place, and he's ahead of Jokus now. Homesick Alien and Snorlax both going into the pits, and Jokus then slipping behind Bendit. Normandus, they're Normans is in 10th place, 2.5 seconds behind Jokus. He's on the soft, Joker's on the medium. More racing to be done there, I gather. And there's the Baz. He made that earlier pit stop. He has gained on the pack, because I think he was further back than that, but it's not going his way, and he might have that night racing blindness. And it's a battle of the pit crew here between Homesick and Snorlax. Who's going to be the sneaky one and put a little less fuel in? And it's Guesty we're looking out for. Jim's already ahead of Guesty. What has happened? How? Jim's ahead of Guesty by 3.8 seconds. Jim was behind Guesty. Guesty does look like he can get the job still done. Oh, he lost a lot of time that last lap, did Guesty. But he does get the job done ahead of the Alien and Snorlax. Homesick Alien, they've both topped right up. They've both gone medium tyres. Are they in the same team? And they're on the same wavelength either way. So Guesty out there then. He's made big gains, but he's lost to Jim. And Jim was on the soft tyre, in all fairness. He was always going to catch him. And Jim back into his 4th place on the faster tyre than Shiren and Noxie. This is delicious. Actually, JWO's gone past them both, hasn't he? So I missed that. Sorry, guys. But JWO, I think, has made an overtake. He is on the medium tyre, remember, but he has got past both Shiren and Noxie, because I think he was in 3rd place. I do apologise. So much action up and down the field. It's hard to keep track of everything. But well done. JWO up into the lead. Smashing. Noxie, he did that sneakily as well. Stealth mode. Noxie in 2nd on the hard tyres. Shiren on the hard tyres. Then we've got Jim. Look. Jim. Oh, Jim. God, scary stuff, man. He's in 4th. He's on the soft tyre, and he's catching Shiren hand over fist. This is delicious. Oof. The last thing Jim needs now is rain clouds. I saw a couple of clouds in the sky, Ensign, just to get you excited. Dan. Oh, and Jimbo trying to go around the outside. Shiren going for a lucky one on the inside. No harm, no foul, I guess. Jim does end up ahead. But there was a little contact there. And Guesty still pushing on. Bendit's got himself ahead of the Alien. And we've lost Snorlax. Oh my word, we try and watch these guys the best we can. So Bendit has found his way past Homesick Alien. Now that outlap is a killer. And maybe that's what we're seeing here. A couple of them really struggling with the outlap while their tyres are cold in the night. And Joker's right on the Alien's tail. My twists and turns. More twists and turns than Spark 24-hour. Oh, no, the 24-hour doesn't have any extra twists and turns. It's a fancy name to move the pit stop. Pit lane. Well done. So yeah, Joker's is on those racing medium tyres, which is the same as the Alien. A little less fuel, and he's having a look around the outside. What is Homesick's on those brakes? He's not messing around. He says, go. I am not up to temperature. My car is heavy, the tyres are cold, and I have no race. I don't want to end up like Snorlax right down here. Jesus, 20 seconds. He lost a lot of time on his outlap. Did the Snorlax, and the Baz is now in 10th place. With Normans doing a strong job in 9th, only 2.5 seconds behind the Alien on soft tyres. And Homesick Alien might be in more trouble now than he bargained for. His tyres starting to come up to temperature, and now he is starting to put the pressure back on Jokers, who's only just gone by. Bendit is already 2.8 seconds down the road, and he is saying, Senores, see you later. And Shiren now in 5th. Oh my gosh, big drop for Shiren as Jim takes scalps. He's taking names and kicking butts out there. And I don't know which one Jim is. And Guesty's in there as well. Where the hell's Guesty come from in 3rd? Where did he go? Where did he come? He wasn't even in the mix, was he? It was Jim and Shiren I thought I was looking at. Who's the other person? Easy. I've got to work out who's where. There's Jay. He's 5.5 seconds ahead. Noxie is 3.5 seconds ahead of Guesty. Why is Guesty in 3rd? Now's Jim and Shiren ended up behind Guesty. Replay. Kaz, come on, man. Meet me halfway. Come on, dude. Just a small little replay. So Jim's in 4th. Guesty's up into 3rd. I mean, he has had the pace. Remember, he is pole sitter. And it looks like the sun, I don't want to stick my neck out, but it's looking lighter. So I think the sun is now coming back around again. 27 minutes into the race. And yes, we're having some delicious racing between Jim and Guesty. Guesty on those medium tyres, Jim on the softs, Shiren on the hards, trying to cling on to the bow. No, Shiren's back end gave away. He's got 16 seconds before Jokers catches him, but now, oh no, it's not going well. Come on, man. And he's got that damage, so Jokers is loving this, and that's another position for the Polish driver. He hasn't caught him yet, but Shiren is carrying that damage, and Jokers will gobble him up. He's going to fall into this realm here of these guys. Oh, good golly. And this is the tragedy of the no traction. You've got to be very careful. It can bite, man. It can really bite. So far, JWO Pace is leading this race. Pace is the team. JWO is the name. Nice to meet you. Ding 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 ding. Wow. So JWO Pace is leading with Noxie in 2nd. You've got to say hats off to Noxie. He must have felt some pressure when who was it? Shiren, Jim, all of them brought it to him, and he just carried on. And he's 2nd place at the moment in a dead sexy car. You go, Guesty. You show them. I mean, Noxie, you show them. I was going to say Guesty, because Guesty's only 3 seconds behind with an immense pace on those medium tyres. 1/4 of a tank of fuel versus 1/2 a tank of fuel of Noxie. It's tight going, and Jimbo, he's in it. He's in it still. Jimbo's still in this one. There's still scraps for Jim. There's still a podium out there, and he's sniffing hard. Homesick Alien, oh, and there's a pirouette. It's Shiren again. He is not enjoying the hard tyres. Poor old Shiren, absolutely being killed. And Homesick Alien rising up into 5th. Joker slipping back. Normans is up into 7th. Bendit slipped back as well into 8th. It's a shuffle-truffle down here. Shiren's now in 9th. Baz is 10th. Snorlax is in 11th. So JWO Pace leads the way from Noxie. And Guesty going just a second or so faster than Noxie a lap. So Noxie's 2-second lead gives him a couple of laps breather as Guesty burns through his fuel, and Jim plenty of fuel. All he has to do is stay with Guesty. Stay with Guesty, my friend. Use his toe. Save fuel, save tyres. Homesick Alien on a comeback. Don't call it a comeback. He's trekking on. We saw he had a slip from Grace. I don't know if he was helped or if he just fell off the track. A lot of them have been struggling. His outlap, he dropped a couple of places, but now he's got those mediums bedded in nicely. He's ahead of Jokers. Bendit seems to have dropped back behind him, and Joker's Normans. And it's 22. Oh, Jim's got Nox. He's had a moment. Oh, no. And he's got damage on the front there. So Noxie. Oh, sorry, man. I didn't mean to say good things about you. What was I doing? And Ensign in the chat saying, are they rain clouds? Crofty voice. And Ensign knew it saying, If you are a Sky Q or Sky Glass customer, you can press the red button now to ride on board with your favourite driver. Yeah, apparently 3 laps after the fact. I don't know how many, but apparently it's got a huge delay on it. So Noxie slipping back. If you're a Sky Q or Sky Glass customer, you could probably go back and look at that. Like I said, they've got a camera pointing at bloody everything, except for the bulldozer on the track trying to kill Gasly. Didn't get a camera of that one, did you? And Ensign, you're saying he's sticking a tenner on Guesty. He's fast, but JOO, well, yeah, JOO, he threw his pit strategy away at the end, didn't he, of the second race. But at the moment, he is cruising 9 seconds now. And same tyres, but Guesty's got a pit. Jim's up into 3rd because of Noxie's fall. Noxie's shaking his damage off. He's got good fuel on. He only has to stay with it. Guesty's coming into the pits. He's on a different strategy to those around him. Homesick Alien, 9 seconds adrift of Noxie. He's doing 19, late 19s though, with Noxie doing, oh, well, that was a 33 because he had that problem. But before that, he was doing early 21s. He can get an early 20 out of that car though. So he's got to knuckle down and stick to those 20s because Homesick Alien is late 19s, but he's coming. Joker's then drifting away from the Alien, 3.2 seconds now, and he's only 2 seconds ahead of Bendit. And Bendit, he's bedded in his tyres nicely. He's getting some good pace out of the orange Aston Martin. It looks delicious. It says Make-A-Wish on the side. Oh man, my Make-A-Wish would be to hang out with Bendit for the day. Shiren then, oh poor Shiren, he's got Jim's luck in this race. He's picked up a bit of Jim's luck, has Shiren. He's found that car likes to spin on hard tyres. I'm scared for him in every corner, every lean of the Aston Martin. I'm like, don't take off the accelerator, lift the accelerator, what are you doing? Don't keep your foot in. Oh my lord, don't put that accelerator on fast, Shiren, just nice. Oh, Shiren, it's beautiful, man, to have you back. I'm so pleased. The Baz is 9th. He's 9th. Normans has dropped down. Whoa, no, Normans. He was having a cracking race. He was up 7th at one point, and it's all gone Pete Tong for him. I mean, we're not allowed to use traction control. I'm sure you're not really meant to be using all those other assists either. But he's got all sorts of flashing lights on his dashboard. I didn't notice them earlier in the race. I don't know if he's accidentally turned them on or something. And Snorlax, 13 seconds. He'll be filled with hope. He'll be happy. Has he recently pitted? Or is that just he's done well with his fuel and his... well, maybe he's thinking, make these tyres last and fuel last as long as I possibly can. He's been doing some late 24s, so yeah, that's not great. But maybe he's trying to cut out a whole pit stop. It is a lot of time. They lose nearly a minute in a pit stop. So, yeah, Guesty and Baz are both in. Baz, yeah, I suppose he needed a bit of fuel, but they weren't happy with the tyres. Guesty needed the fuel. And he is in and out, and that puts Bendit and Shiren up a position. And everyone else knocks you up into 3rd. 12 seconds behind Jim. Let's not get carried away. We've still got 55.5 minutes of this race still to go. So just let's calm down about Jim riding high in 2nd place, 9.5 seconds off the leader and 12.7 seconds ahead of his closest rival. Because let's face it, Guesty being up there is all nice and sweet, but he's going to have to take an extra pit stop if he's going to try and maintain that. He's on a really early stop next to the other guys. When did they all stop? Sort of like around lap 19, 19 minutes into the race. So they're going to be trying to go to 40 minutes plus. Although Noxie isn't, is he? His fuel's just come on. Oh, Supermanny, you're way too late, man. Do you know what's happened there, Supermanny? In the UK, the clocks went forward. No, that's still wrong, isn't it? You'd be 2 hours late. I don't know. I'm confused, but yeah. We put our clocks forward, but you're 2 hours late, not an hour late then. So no, you can't use that as an excuse, Supermanny. So Noxie then is third. He's got to be coming into the pits pretty soon. Jim, he's getting down to the bare bones of them tyres. He did his fastest lap last time around though with a 2:18.8. So still some fat on those tyres. Noxie, I'll be glad to see the back of the hards, although he maintained very well, apart from one small mistake when he threw second place away. And yeah, he'll be looking to get rid of those hard tyres. What did he start on? The softs, didn't he? So he's got the mediums to run. And I believe he has to run the mediums because they have to be consecutively different from each stint. So JOO leading the way, racing mediums. He's done the hards, now he's on the mediums. Fuel started flashing. We're about 36 minutes into this 90-minute race. Jimbo, fuel's flashing. And his softs do look like they are ready. Homesick Alien up there in third place. Remember, he went for a very long stint with Snorlax in the first part of the first phase of the race, shall we? They like using phase terms, don't they, in racing? In the first phase of the race, in the first part of the race. Homesick and Snorlax both went very late into that. Now it looks like Bendit is the first to pull the trigger, with Norman's also coming in. Oh no, we've lost. Oh no, Snorlax. Snorlax is up there. Wow. Wowzers. I didn't think Snorlax would see anyone again. And with this, he's got half a tank of fuel. Snorlax. But there we see Bendit's coming out. He won't let me go on him though, because he's not out pitch yet. There we see Bendit is out. Snorlax going long and slow. Low and slow. That is the tempo. So Snorlax leaning out that fuel tank, really trying to get the best consumption he can around here, and it's not worked too badly for him at the moment. Bendit has just put on some medium tyres though, so he will be looking to get by pretty soon. But Snorlax says go for it, because I'm doing loads less stops than you. So JOO is into the pits. Jim is into the pits. We saw a gripe flurry, didn't we? Last time. Jokus will be into the pits. He's up to fourth at the moment. Sharen's going to be into the pits. Guesty already pitted. He's 11 seconds. I mean, it says he's 53 seconds behind JOO. Could he be leading? Well, he won't, because Homesick will be. No, Homesick's gone in as well with a bit more fuel, so shorter pit stop for, I tell you what, Guesty might jump into the lead. I didn't agree to that tenor, Ensign. And Jay's in the chat saying brake pedal long. Oh no. Jay's got problems in the cockpit. That's not good. Guesty, he's going to jump up into the lead, but it's a false pretense, remember. He's going to have to pit. No, Jay's back out. Jay is back out. He's on the softs. He's on a long. His fuel is filled. Guesty is coming along the straight, so no good. No, someone else gets out. Jimbo, it's tight on the exit. Guesty's going to get the position. But Jim doesn't need to sweat it, because he's only just filled up, and Guesty is already 3/4 of the way through his tank, and his little softs are showing a bit of red. And let's try and have a look at this sky when we can. It's looking glorious to me. The shadows look long. It's lovely. It's a balmy Belgium day.
Black medium, please. Face pink, cheers.
And Ensign, you're saying, what's my return on my tenner? I said I didn't say yes to it. And Superman saying, let me in, please. You can't, man. We're 40 minutes into a race. You got to be there at 8 o'clock. You snooze, you lose, brother. I'm gutted. I love your car. I love your racing. I missed you. It broke my heart, but we had to continue. There was another 11. Well, there was 12. Majid bailed on lap 1, 2. But he did say he's having problems changing from ACC to GT7. So JOO out there in the lead. Guesty didn't quite do it. He got ahead of Jimbo. Jim's on the mediums. Guesty's on the softs. And so is JOO. It's race on there, but Guesty, can he find 7.5 seconds and half a tank of fuel to take the race to JOO? Noxie then out in fourth. He's on to his last set of required tyres, the medium tyre, and he's got Homesick Alien only. What's gone wrong with that camera? Blooming out. And Homesick Alien is on the softs and only 6 seconds behind Noxie. Sorry, bud. Oh, man, it breaks my heart, Superman. I don't like seeing you walk away. But, yeah, 8 o'clock race starts, man. I mean, I know we were only racing 40-odd minutes because we had lots of issues, so even if you were a bit late at 8 o'clock, you might have got in, but, I mean, we can't stop a race 41 minutes in. We've got to see the conclusion of this bad boy. We're not even halfway yet. So Homesick Alien's on the softs, and he's going to be trying to pull in Noxie, who's having a glorious race, but he did start on those softs, and now he's got to pay the piper. He's gone hard, he's gone medium. And Homesick Alien's on the softs, chasing him down. Jokers is on the softs, but he's got Bendit right. Oh, wow, look at this train of cars. And poor old Snorlax, he's going slow, remember, to save fuel. And these guys are just whipping on by him, shuffling him down. And Norman's, we believe, had an issue, and he's gone in and put hards on. Did he start on a softer tyre? He must have done. So he's come in, but he had a tragedy before that, I think, with a 241 on lap 13. So poor old Norman's, and he was holding pace well. We liked it. We liked it. He was 7th spot. Things are good. Do you know what? Do you want to hear what a square tastes like? Sounds like. I want to know what it tastes like, but I'm really hungry. I didn't have no dinner. That's crunchy, isn't it? That's really crunchy. Can we try and implement it as a sound effect or something? Starve him. So Norman's, I mean, it's all very well, the crunching and that, but it's when it comes to swallow. That's what she said. JOO just getting purples as he goes through the sector. Man alive, this man can drive an Aston Martin Vantage Group 3, eh? No matter where. But can he do a strategy? That's the question. Guessed he's on it, but he's had to do short, fast stints for it. Can he maintain it? That's the question. Ensign Hewitt is happy out there. Anyone who wants to put a tenner on it, Ensign's up for it. So, you go, Ensign.
GMT +2, which should be 22 hours 00 hours here. Thought the race just started low.
Sorry, Superman. No, our clocks went forward. So really, in reality, in this country, it's 8 o'clock. But it's saying 9 o'clock because we, for some reason, farmers that don't even do any work anyway, say in the farm industry. So yeah, it's we went forward an hour. Sorry, bud. I'm pretty sure they probably said in Discord. I haven't seen it myself, but I think it is in. I'd expect they would have done it at least in the brief for our foreign friends, because we're weird in the UK and we like to shuffle the time. My rabbit likes it though. He was out until nearly 7:30. He was loving it. It was daylight, and he was usually a week or two ago he was being put in at like 4:30, 5 o'clock because of the gate of the sun and the evil foxes that lurk around this way. They lurk in packs. Anyway, back to the race. JOO's leading, 7.7 seconds ahead of Guesty with the Gymnator in third. Who's going to have it? Who's going to have him, eh? Who wants it? Noxie in fourth on those medium tyres. And do you know what? The Alien hasn't been catching him half as quick. He's, in fact, further away from the Alien. So Homesick Alien, the 2:18.5 his last time around. Noxie, an 18.4. So Noxie on those medium tyres, more than a match for the Alien on a set of soft tyres. How cool is that when you see the reflection of the curve when it goes past it? I'll hang around a bit. Oh, we're not going to get another close shot, are we? But you see the look. Whoa, that's so cool. Reflective surfaces impress me. Jokers! Oh no! What happened? My gosh! We just cut to Jokers, who was in, I was just about to say 6th, I think. He was just about to say he's in 6th place, and then as we cut to him, he was having a mare, and he's down in God knows what place now, 8th. So we saw Shiren and Bendit both get it by him. And Shiren now 12.8 seconds behind Homesick Alien, with Bendit second behind. I don't know. I mean, Shiren will carry a penalty of some kind, but who knows what penalty. Bendit then in this race still 7th spot, 2 seconds ahead of Jokers. Jokers on the softs, mediums for Bendit. It's all very intriguing stuff. Snorlax still trying to take that fuel tank to the max, and I mean, at one point it was working for him, but now I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure it's happening. But he's still only a minute away from the leaders, which is a pit stop. So who am I to say? The Baz is getting old on his softs there in 10th place, 1.5 seconds behind Snorlax, 42 seconds ahead of Normans, who's still got those flashy lights in his dashboard, which worry me. And he says Baz got caught out there. Caught out where? What? By Snorlax. Missed it. So Jay, 8-second lead at the moment and the fastest lap. Jobs are good un, doing well. He's not had his issues. He's not had a clean, he's not had the perfect race. He did drop down to 4th at some point from the lead. He's had to fight to get back up there again, but he's done a cracking job. Half tank of fuel on his last set of Toffs tyres, his last set of racing softs. Then he's got free choice of tyre after this, and still it looks rather sunny to me out there. Do you know, I don't think I've seen a wet spot when it's on random, which I'm guessing this is. I haven't ever seen it. It doesn't do it. Gets shy. He thinks, no, a sunny race is what you should have. Well, there is a lot of clouds in the sky though, Ensign, I would say.
Came back on. It threw Baz out on grass as he tried to avoid.
Oh, right, yes, as Snorlax came back on, it threw Baz out on grass as he tried to avoid. There you go. Poor old Baz. He's trying. He's got to come in for a pit stop, but I think we're seeing other pits, isn't we? So Jay's out there. He's all right. Half tank of fuel, halfway through his tyres. Guesty, he's down to a quarter of a tank of fuel, and I don't know, just over halfway through his tyres. He's doing a good pace though. It's not like he's fuel saving or anything. We've got Jim 11 seconds behind him on half a tank of fuel, medium tyres. Well, hey up. Who was homesick? Oh, Noxie. Where's Noxie? Oh no, Noxie's dropped down behind Shiren now. We saw he was holding pace ahead of Homesick Alien by 6 seconds, and now it changed, but it looks to me like Noxie has dropped it. Yeah, 2:36. Oh, shame for Noxie, but he's chasing down Shiren, who is on a set of racing softs. So Noxie on those mediums, holding his own against the soft tyre runner from Russia. So Homesick Alien's up to 4th, then Shiren is now in 5th, Noxie down to 6th, Jokus in 7th. These guys are just having fun down here. Bendit there in 8th, and there is Snorlax and Bazza back into the pits. And Normans, he's getting a blue flag for JOO. Let's hope he's does the right thing. Got one or two infringements there. I can't see a rookie sticker on the back to let JOO. He's quite new, so JOO, that's why we have that rookie sticker on new stars, just in case of these moments. If JOO comes across him, he knows he's not raced with us before, and we can't guarantee that things will go right with the lap process. So JOO's leading the way, 8.2 seconds from Guesty. Guesty's taking it into the bits. He's got a bit of fuel, but it looks like it more might be tyres. So that's going to put Jim back up into 2nd place. Jim, tasty. And we're 50 minutes on the clock. That means 40 minutes left of racing. And we were saying they were doing a roughly 20-minute stints. So, it's going to struggle with these guys. I'm saying, like, no, Jim will be in, what, in about 55. It's going to be a struggle to split. He's going to have to do either fuel save or short fuel. But yeah, I think one or two of these guys are going to have to, I think Guesty might, he's going to have to obviously pit again before the end of the race. But that works out, you know, if 20-minute stints, but he's not been doing 20 minutes, has he? He's been doing less than 20 minutes. So it's I don't know. I can't call the strategy on this one. JWO drawing ever closer to Normans, and Normans does a beautiful thing there. Well done, Normans. Well done. Beautiful. Cracking stuff. So JWO then puts a lap on the Finnish driver as he continues on his way. Don't worry, Normans, the first race is always stressful, man, and the pace will just come. And this league particularly is fast and very rapid. They're very rapid in this league, has to be said. Jim's doing all right. Let's not talk too much about him, you know. So Homesick Alien then, 16.5 seconds behind someone. And he's in third, and 11 seconds ahead of Noxie. So Noxie's managed to get back ahead of Shiren. My God, why am I missing all of this? Guesty's back out of the pits. Whoa, giving it a power slide. Go on, Guesty. He's got Bendit not too far behind him as well, with a nicely bedded in set of medium tyres and only a quarter of a tank of fuel, which means he's light, and he's swapped with Jokers again. I think Jokers was ahead of him last time we looked. These two are having a laugh. Let's stay with them for a bit, shall we? Jokers' tyres, though, are looking pretty rank at the moment. It looks like he has absolutely trashed them. I'm going to mute the mic for this set of squares. You don't want to hear me chewing on squares. By Jove, they're tangy. I mean, I know it sounds weird that I'm saying I'm eating shapes, but they're salt and vinegar squares. So, whoa, Joker's hanging it out there in his pursuit for Bendit. Bendit defending nicely into the corner. Bendit's gone a little wide. He holds position. Noxie's into the pits. Noxie into the pits. Oh, poor Normans has left the room. No way, man. No way. Oh, gutted. JWO's okay. He's not been affected. No. Him. We'll say him's in second. Homesick. Oh, God, who's this guy? Don't even know who Bugenachska is. It's a busy room, isn't it? It's a busy room. Homesick Alien then in third place, chasing down Jim. And is it Jim that he didn't him? I mean, it's similar there. It's going to be a tough one. I don't think he's going to, I don't know. Shiren then in fourth. Shiren's turned it around a little bit. He had a massive off earlier in the race. Dropped a lot of positions, but sitting nicely in fourth. He's getting to the end of his run on those racing softs. Who knows? Who knows what he's going to put on again afterwards? And with Guesty's been on fire in this round. And an adventure and a half. He's a little hobbit trying to take the ring back to Mordor.
You're gonna need bouncers on the door at this rate.
Bounce on the door for what? Me squares? Oh man, they taste cracking. Very spicy. So JWO is into the pits. Jay is saying, man, these brakes. He is struggling with his brakes. Bruno, my brakes are buggered, man. So Jay struggling with a long break, but he's out there still with Jimbo in second. Jim hasn't pitted. He's still got a bit of fuel on board. And Jim is leading the race. Oh, bouncers, of course. Yeah, of course. Sorry, man. Jay in the chat saying, also, that lag dropped me into fourth randomly. Oh, it was lag, apparently, that dropped him down into fourth. And yeah, Ensign saying busy room, that's why we need bouncers. You're not wrong, everyone's pitting now. So Jay was the first, he's on his way out. Guesty stayed out. Homesick Alien in. He's still got quite a bit of fuel on board as well. And Shiren opted, but Shiren is probably more forced by tyres. Bendit has come in. Joker's also coming in. Noxie pitted earlier, and this is going to be interesting to see where this ends up with Noxie. He's smashing it on a set of racing softs. So he could jump. He was behind the Alien Shiren, wasn't he? That's where he'd be hoping to get ahead of, I guess, with the Undertake. And Jimbo, he's going to be visiting the pit soon, but he's enjoying it at the moment, out there in the lead of this race, coming up to the 60-minute mark. And we have the cognizant Aston Martin team of Jim, car 66, leading Spa 24-hour. As far as I can recollect, has done nothing wrong in this race whatsoever. Has absolutely planted it in every corner, in every braking zone, and he's left nothing to chance and nothing to luck. He's made his own luck in this race so far. I don't want to say too much just before a pit stop. It was a pit stop that put him last time. So JOO then out there on the chase. He's on a set of mediums, full tank of fuel. So we think that should take him probably to 80 minutes. He might have to do a splash and dash at the end. Possibly. Not even 80 minutes. Jim's in. It's going to be something like 75 to 76 minutes at best. So definitely a splash dash at the end, and that could put Guesty back into the action. He's third at the moment, 31 seconds ahead of the Alien, and I think everyone has got a pit stop. Those that have made the pit stops have got a pit stop left to make before the end of this race. So, ooh, it's everyone's game. Bendit ahead of Jokers, with Bazza in 9th, coming out of the pit lane, is he? I don't know. No, he's on track. I was just looking at the pit lane. And Snorlax finally making a pit stop. Well, he gave something a go, and I appreciate that. So Jim dropped behind Guesty, but stays ahead of the Alien, possibly. Where is the Alien? Yeah, the Alien's quite a bit back. So Jim's position there, safe. He's got fuel, he's got softs. God, thank God. So it's Guesty that's gone through, but Guesty's on a radical strategy in this race. So it's we don't know where he's going to end up. Ensign feels he does. He's got a tenner on it. Are they clouds over the hills? The clouds have been, they look a bit greyer. Ensign or Grafia, Ents Croft. Crofty Ensign. I grant you they do look a bit greyer, but nay. I say nay rain. Nay rain in the Spa. And there's only one more stop to make for most of these guys before the checkered flag. And it's smooth running now. They're the beautiful clouds. They're those little cotton ones right at the top. Look at that. They're glorious.
Sorry, my PS5 or TV stuck. I would like to race to finish.
So in the chat, Norman saying, I'm sorry, my PS5 or TV stuck. I would like to race to finish. Oh, cool. Oh, well, that's a shame, man. But it's always next week. I don't know where it is. Hang on, I can find out. Who needs Discord? Do you see? I'm not getting frustrated. I'm relaxed. I don't have to finger my way through bloody Discord trying to find things. It's Nürburgring. I'm guessing that's going to be GP because these haven't got the cojones to take on the green hell. Ensign Hewitt saying, if it does rain, it's my tears for not racing tonight. And Norman saying, yes, So, it's the Nürburgring GP, I'm pretty sure next week. So JOO leads this race by only 5 seconds, but Guesty's only on half. He's only a quarter of a tank of fuel in it. And you know what? It's tight. It's tight. I think they've both got one stop to make. I honestly do. Obviously, Jay's in a better position because he's got more fuel. And we've still got 30 minutes to go. So maybe... Oh, Jesus, wet. Jesus, wet, man. I don't know. I think Guesty's going to be into pit for what? 105, 106, 1 hour 6 minutes, and then try and race for the last 24 minutes on one tank, which he hasn't able to do in the whole race so far. It's all been very short stints. So he's got to stretch this out. He's got to stretch the next tank fuel out. I don't know if Guesty can do that, but Jay's going to be going. Jay's going to be going to a good what? At least 15, 16 minutes past the hour. That'll be 67. Still tight to get to the end, you know. Oh wow, that's awesome. That doesn't work. Maybe you put the motors in the wrong way around. Sorry everyone, I'm talking to my child. He's made a cool Lego Mustang that you pull back. Try it the other way. Push it forward and see if that clicks. No? It was an idea. There are no stupid ideas, just stupid people. So, Ensign, well, I didn't call you stupid. I said there is no stupid ideas, just stupid people. I don't know, bro. Maybe it was broken from the beginning. Sorry, I got sidetracked. So, Norman's saying, good luck everyone who raced. Norman's also saying, I'm still watching live. Good. Pleased. And Ensign saying, check the odds. I win $1 million off a tenner. You should, man. You should. Because it's going to be a struggle for young Guesty to get something out of this race. I think he's got a lot of trouble coming his way. Coming from the gym, Manata. Him. Who's in third. And Homesick Alien, only 13 and a bit seconds behind Jim on those soft tyres, doing a 2:17.9. Jim was doing an out lap, so we'll see this lap what Jim's got. 17.9 to beat Jim, 17.2. Take that, Homesick. Put that in your pipe there and puff on the end of it. Shiren, always a danger, only 8.6 seconds behind the Alien. And I say always a danger, he's just taken the fastest lap of this race. My God, the gleam, the shine off those cars, Ensign. Wow. It's just about to drizzle with all that sun gleaming away on the bodywork of Shiren's car. Couldn't be a sunnier day. And Noxie there in 6th. Now Noxie on the softs, half tank fuel. 17.1 last time around, but it's nothing to do like Shiren's time of 16.4. Even Jay probably had to have a look at that one, had a double take at that one, and thought 16.4, eh? 16.6, I mean. Is that what we're doing? Interesting stuff then. Shiren trying to catch up the Homesick Alien, he's in 5th. Noxie trying to catch up Shiren, he's only 4.6 seconds. Can you believe it? Believe after an hour and 3 minutes how close some of these guys still are. And Noxie's killing those purples. My lords. Everyone's done a soft run. It must be the sun. It must be the tracks getting nicely warmed up. Track conditions changing. And Ensign is Googling a rain dance at the moment.
But not raining. At most in night, slightly smiling face. Hey, looks very sunny. Good.
And Norman saying, when I race, I still crossing finger to not raining at most at night. Looks very sunny. Good. Yes, no, I thought if it rained at night, our goose was cooked, because all I could see was headlights. And then I'd see spinning headlights. So Joker's then having an absolutely fair race, an absolute cracker. He's kept Bendit at bay. Him and Bendit have been having a glorious race, swapping positions many times. And at the moment, Joker's, the Polish driver, is a good 3 seconds to the better of Bendit. On the medium tyres, half a tank of fuel. Medium tyres, half a tank of fuel, but Bendit's tyres do look a little bit better than Joker's at this point. The Baz, only 3.7 seconds ahead of Snorlax. I think Snorlax, he's still doing it, you know. Even though he's gone onto the soft tyre, he's still trying to save that fuel. He's doing 22s and 21s, and we know he can do a lot faster than that, so he's still trying to pit stop his way out of last place, which fair play to him. JWO's down to 4 seconds now. This is not funny anymore. Jay had an 8-second thing. Is he trying to stretch his fuel? And maybe he's letting Guesty burn that fuel right out. He's goading him. Entrapment, that's called, Jay. It's called entrapment. It's called entrapment. So, Normans, when I race... Oh no, I read that one. And it's newer, showing a cloud with rains. Sorry, dude, I couldn't hear what I was saying. You were talking quite loud. Yeah, I thought you were in the kitchen. I closed it because you were talking and I couldn't hear what I was saying. So, Guesty, you got it fixed. Oh, it's got a switch. Doesn't tell you it's got a switch, but it's got a switch. You pull it back and then push the switch down, and then it goes. It's good. It's nifty. So Guesty then, he's getting to the end of his stint. It's 1 hour and 6 minutes. We are 66 minutes, nearly 67 minutes into this race, which means we've still got 23 minutes of racing to go. Do you know what? He might be able to stretch it out to another one more stop. But it's going to be uncomfortable for him. Oh, it does my head in thinking about it. And Jay's slowing right down. He really is. Jay's really stretching that fuel out. You're not going to get that to the end of the race, Jay, if that's what you're thinking. But Jay seems to be easing off his pace. And Guesty's backed off a little bit now. Jimbo, he hasn't. He's 17s and he's still up for it. He's got loads of fuel. He said, I've got loads of fuel. I'm going. No, he's done 2:18 as well. So maybe they're all starting to... He did an 18.4 last time around, and now he's got Sharon breathing down. Oh, Sharon, it's done it again. When I cut to you, you're bloody... And Noxie gains a position. He's happy about that. Up into 5th place for Noxie, 13.3 seconds. As Sharon gathers himself up. Is it chasing fastest laps? Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Joker's then in 7th spot. Oh, Joker's would be rubbing his hands knowing Sharon just had a 360 in the fastest part of the track. And the time doesn't drop too much, but Bendit is really giving Joker some... Oh, Bendit, as we get in the car, he demonstrates a lovely little spin for us. Thank you, Bendit, that was very kind of you. But you want to be concentrating when you're racing, not showing off to us. Bazza, he's liking that. Yellow flags galore, but Bazza's got to make a stop. And Snorlax doesn't, although his tyres probably could do. And JWO with that long brake pedal, we've heard him moan about, holding 4 seconds to Guesty. Now, Guesty's fuel is flashing, but there's 22 minutes left of the race. He's got to get round to the pits, going to the pits. It's going to be about 20 minutes when he comes out. Now, can he make it last 20 minutes? That's debatable. But he's in the window. He's at least got to the window. He's just, he can't be greedy with his fuel in the last stint if he only wants to make this one stop count. Jay is absolutely trying to lean out that tank. He's trying to make it last as long as possible. He's down to a quarter. This is exciting stuff. Don't tell me it's not exciting, because this is exciting stuff. Jimbo, he's just over a quarter as well. Homesick Alien. I said there's only one more stop in this race for these guys. It could be. Noxie getting all on those tyres. Sharon having a huge spin last time around. Now 3.6 seconds. And it's only Guesty in the pits so far. JWO carrying on. Jim as well. He's coming down that start straight, so he's going to take... He's officially taken Guesty's spot now. Up into second, but again, I think JWO, Jim, Homesick, these are all going to have to pit again. Guesty might be on the best strategy, but it's about his fuel. It's about his fuel, and it's about just under 20 minutes of racing left to do. And can that fuel tank go to the end? He's filled her right up. He's put softs on. And we shall see. But oof. That's a tough call for Guesty. He's got Noxie just behind him. He's going to be pitting soon himself. Sharon, he's got good fuel. Tyres are not too bad. He's probably going to be out there longer than Noxie. Noxie probably will have to pit before Sharon. These guys now will just be trying to stay out as late as they can so they can do a short stint at the end of this race. Homesick Alien just under a quarter of a tank of fuel. Jimbo just under a quarter of a tank of fuel. And JWO a little bit less than the two behind him, but still a healthy amount of fuel. Even if they can carry on for another 4 minutes, a 15-minute stint is pretty good. But Guesty's the danger. If they all pit, which I think they're going to have to, Guesty's going to be there to clean up. Even JWO, because he's within 50 seconds, and it's been taking about a minute. He's been taking about 56 seconds for a pit stop. Oh my lord, this is tense. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Oh dear, YouTube, I do what you tell me. So JW, this is tense, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't call it. I can't even call who's going to be the next one in. Noxie's going to be in. Pete Axel, jeez, we're again. How many friends, dodgy friends has Homesick Alien got? I tell you. I thought it was just us. He's been cheating on the BRC. He knows too many sim racing people. So Noxie then, I reckon he's coming into the pits. He does. And Sharon follows him as well. Sharon in. And Sharon won't have to be stationary as long because his fuel isn't as used. And Jokus, he's got a little bit of fuel. He can still do a couple of laps on that. And he's lost Bendit now. Bendit has dropped back. Oh, we saw him do the big spin, didn't we? So Bendit, you've still got a good amount of fuel left also. Snorlax, who has been doing mega saves throughout this race. And we're unsure if it's gained him. Now his tyres are shot, but I don't suppose he cares because it's about fuel for him, not about grip. And the Bazza, he's 3/4 of a tank of fuel. I don't know if that's going to get it. Oh my lord, I'm having anxiety over this race. I'm stressing for those guys. I hate trying to work out strategy, especially during a race. We're on lap 31 of a 90-minute race. And Jokus is 5th. Yet to pit. A lot of the other guys have pitted. Guesty's recently pitted, and we are unsure if he's going to get that fuel to the end. He's got 17 minutes. I mean, geez, he's already nearly used a quarter of a tank. He's not going to get that to the end. He might have done if he Snorlaxed it, but he doesn't want to Snorlax it, does he? He wants to go fast. Jesus. I've used Jesus a lot. Maybe I'm converting. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to convert you. So JWO is in. JWO is in to the pits. There is 16 minutes left of the race. That should be ample time. Jim is going to come in. Him. I don't want to mention him, but him again is in the pits. And the Homesick Alien, I believe, also will be joining them in the pits. Oh God, this is stressful, man. These guys are definitely going to get to the end on these tanks. If they put in enough fuel, obviously. But yeah, those guys, they're going to be okay, I believe. Guesty, how long has he been going round? He's only been going round 2 laps, hasn't he? 2 laps, which is about 4 minutes or something. No, 1. And an out lap. He's down to a quarter of a tank. Jay's come out. Jay's out. Guesty didn't quite reach Jay. Jesus. So Jay's gone for a set of medium tyres, full tank of fuel. And here are the leaders, Guesty and Jay. Oh, it's tight between the two of them. Jay having a bit of a lag moment, but Guesty finds his way around the outside. And Jay's on those medium tyres. Remember, Guesty on the faster tyre. And Guesty, though, a quarter of a tank of fuel less than JOO. Jim comes out on a full tank of... Jim could get third today. He could get second. If these two go nuts, he could get first. But at the moment, Guesty is just trying to pull away, isn't he? It looks like he doesn't care about the fuel. He just wants to rip a big old distance. There's a yellow flag. Who?
Baby.
Oh, it was Basil, was it? Not Bendit. I don't know who was spinning. Joker's in the pits. Then Noxie, Shiren, and Homesick have all made their stops. They're all on their way. Jim's 14 seconds to the good of Homesick, and it's starting to get dark again. We've raced all night and all day. JOO is 1.4 seconds behind Guesty, but it's questionable. Well, it's not questionable. He's not going to get that fuel to the end. He's just driving like an ass. I thought he was going to try and eke it, but no. I mean, we've still got 13 minutes of this race to go, and he's using the fuel. So JOO is poised to take the lead of this race when Guesty inevitably has to do his splash and dash near the end. Jimbo could get second or third. Homesick Alien wants to crack into that podium. He's the championship leader, and he still scored good points. Fourth. Noxie in fifth. Great race from Noxie today. It's not over yet. He's only 4.5 seconds ahead of Shiren, but Shiren's picked up damage. I think Noxie's actually gained a position because of Shiren. And Pete Axel has left. See you later, Pete. And where we got Homesick? Where were we going? We were going down, weren't we? Joker's then 24 seconds behind Shiren. Not much he can do. His battle's been with Bendit today, and unfortunately Bendit with that spin has given Jokus a lovely 16.3 second gap, and he doesn't have to worry too much as we come into the final throes of this very dry race. No, he's got to pit. He's going to pit before the end. There's no way that fuel's getting into the end, Ensign. Ensign's counting his money. Thinks he's won with his £10 bet on the Guestmeister. And I'm saying the fuel isn't going to get there. He's not going to get that car to the end of the race. Although we have only got 12 minutes left. That time is ticking down. He's got half a tank of fuel. It's going to be tight, man. Oh, God. So JOO is like 3 seconds behind Guesty. He's got loads more fuel. It's on the medium tyre. Guesty's on the soft tyre. Half a tank of fuel. Jimbo, loads of fuel. If I was Jimbo, I think I'd just ease this one home, you know? Why risk anything? Why risk a podium? You've got Homesick Alien chasing you down, rate and knots on the set of softs. Do you know what? Alien has got the same fuel as Guesty. No, Guesty's got half a tank. Hey! I'm not laughing at Guesty. He's got a pit again. Not in any kind of way. More at Ensign because he's counting his chickens. And not one of them has hatched yet. So Guesty goes around in the lead. That 33 of a 90-minute race. As Guesty... Someone's getting a blue flag. I'll buzz it into the pits. For the umpteenth time, I've lost count of his pits. I don't think this one he needs. He might just want to splash and dash before the end. And Snorlax, with his radical strategy, he did catch up Bazza in all fairness. I think Bazza's had the issues, but it's worked a little bit for him. Guesty leads by 4 seconds. JOO, I tell you what though, only 10 minutes left and he's still got half a tank of fuel. You might be right, Ensign. I really wrote his tank off, his fuel tank. I said, no way, that's going to get to the end. But he's doing all right with it at the moment. A 19-0 from JOO last time around. Guesty did a 17-2. Jim did a 19-1 with Homesick Alien doing a 17-5. So Homesick is throwing the gauntlet down. It was 14 seconds. It's nearly down to 12 seconds. But Jim's got no reason. He's got no reason in the world to push his car. He's in third. He's got track position, and Homesick's got to bring the race to him. seconds. 12 seconds is a huge gap to try and gain, even though he's already pulled 2 seconds back. And we have got less than 10 minutes left of the race. Homesick trying for the point for fastest lap. Shiren is the current holder of said fastest lap. Oh, Guesty looked wobbly coming down the hill there. And he's just coming up to the back of... Oh, no, it's Snorlax has got wobbly. Or he's just got out of the darned way because he thought, oof, leaders, get out of the way. So Guesty's through is so dark, you can't blame Snorlax, can you? You just don't want to mess around with that. And he's only got Bazza to worry about. I don't know, though. Where's Jim? Is Jim catching him up now? No, he's got a bit of pace. A bit of space before Jim catches up Snorlax. So Guesty then... What can I say? The fuel went down really quickly in the beginning. Now he's either really short shifting, he's saving that car, and for some reason Jay cannot catch him, or he's got a hidden fuel tank. Remember when Honda did that in F1 with the extra, what do they call it? It's oh no, it's just for excess fuel. So Guesty then, 3.3 seconds in the lead. Fuel's looking okay though. I'm going to stick my neck out and say that fuel probably will get to the end. JWO, I bet you can't believe it. I bet he's like, what? He's done nothing wrong. He has moaned about his brake. His brakes are feeling very long in the race. 18.9 there from JWO. Guesty's 19.0, so he is definitely saving some fuel now. Is it enough? 8 minutes left on the clock of the race. Jimbo still holding that third, but it's lost another 2 seconds to Homesick Alien, and I don't think Jim cares. I think he's done the math. He can lose 2 seconds a lap, and Homesick probably still can't catch him by the end of the race. But Homesick Alien throwing everything he's got at it. 17.1. So he was a good 7/10 off of that pole position, and not pole, fastest lap, sorry. Noxie got lucky, getting ahead of Shiren. Now Shiren wants to place back. Shiren the fastest lap holder. And Shiren is 28 seconds now. I don't know what sort of penalty they'll put on Shiren for using traction in quali. If it's 30 seconds, it'll drop him behind Jokers and Jokers only, which it seems all right. Ensign in the chat saying, where's my rain? I swear, down on me nan's grave. Now, I know, what's the crack? You know what I mean? PD. I saw a bit of sky just then, looked clear. I don't think it's ever gone a whole day in Belgium without rain. I'll have to ask Baz, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't happen. It rains somewhere. So Guesty then, 3 seconds to the lead. We've got... It's going to be tight with fuel, you know. We had 10 minutes left when he had about half a tank. And we've got 6 minutes left. It's so tight. So tight. All the time, JWO catching up with Guesty. Guesty trying to eke that fuel out best he can without losing time to a JWO. Jay deserved a win last week. I imagine he feels the same way this week. It's like 2 very strong performances, dominant performances you might say, but strategy has got him near the end. Although I'm still not on board with Guesty's strategy, I don't think. I honestly don't know. But JWO, he's going to have the faster car because his tyres are fresher and his fuel, he's got more fuel to burn. So JWO has got the more powerful car, but he's out. He's behind in position. He's getting purples now as he turns up the screw of the pressure gauge. Jimbo, he's maintaining against the Alien. The Alien did an 18.2 last time around, and 18.5 from Jim. So Jim driving for the third, hoping Guesty runs out of fuel so he can get second. And there was no rain. And Guesty 2 seconds ahead of Jay. We'll have a quick run through, and hopefully these two will be racing by the time we get back. We've got 5 minutes left. So Guesty's leading. JWO is in second. Jim is third. 10 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien, who's fourth. He's 27 seconds ahead. Oh, Noxie's got a race on. Oh, man, we've got to hang around the race. So, Shiren then, we saw lost position to Noxie through a little spin. I think he was going for fastest laps. So it was just after he set the fastest lap. He's going for fastest laps again. As he closes in, how is it doing up here? It's still 2 seconds, sorry. So, Shiren, he's in 6th, chasing down Noxie. It's less than a second between the two of them. Jokers is 38 seconds behind that battle. And wow, Bandit has caught him up amazingly. 4.7, it was like 14 seconds. So Bandit has really closed the gap on Jokers. Snorlax is ahead of the Baz at the moment. Guesty leads 1.9 seconds. Noxie and Shiren still at it. 8/10 between the two of those. And Shiren wants to walk away with that 5th place. But I'm not sure what penalty, if any, they'll get. They might just say all's fair. Because I don't really think he gained. He dropped down the grid quite a lot, and he has raced the whole race without traction control. So he asked before quality, should be the rules. I don't know, all over the place. So Jay, 1.8 seconds. There is 3 minutes left of this race. So that's this lap and possibly another lap. Oh, Guesty doesn't want another lap. Surely, I tell you what though, his fuel is fine. The tyres have worn. And Ensign Hewitt saying he senses a moment coming up. Guesty then is tired. JWO 1.8 seconds. The Noxie and Shiren fight continues on. But Shiren, has he got the grip? Has he got the grip? And the mediums are in a lot. Oh, Shiren! Is that a moment, Ensign? Shiren on those old tyres, just asking a little too much. And Jokers might make gains as JWO pursues Guesty. Unbelievable, tenacious driving from Guesty, and I still can't believe you can get to the end of this race on that fuel, even though it's not flashing. And there's 2 laps left at best, this lap and the next lap, which means he surely can. So that means JWO has got to do the job on the track. We've got Jim in 3rd, Homesick Alien in 4th. I don't believe they're any closer to each other. Oh, they plateaued though. It's about 10 seconds, and I don't think Homesick Alien's gaining any. Noxie gets a breather because Shiren had decided to have a little spin, and Jokers didn't catch Shiren up. Bendit is only 4.4 seconds behind Jokers. Snorlax ahead of Bazza, but he's being caught rapidly. And this is the battle then. JWO versus Guesty. Guesty was on pole. His fuel is flashing. They crossed the line for the last time, and JWO has got to do the job on the track. And Guesty's tyres absolutely torn to sunder. His fuel is flashing, and Jay has got plenitudes of fuel, but he's racing media, and I mean racing softs that worn worse than racing mediums that worn? Who knows? But Jay is catching up, hand over fist. This could be fruity. I don't think Guesty's got much to defend with though, really, especially down that straight near the end of the lap. I mean, they call it a straight, it's a very long curve. In these tight corners, Guesty can make his car wide as he likes, I imagine. Oh, and Jay's going for a pass around the outside. It's not going to happen there, sir. Not there, sir, he says. Try again. And Jay having another little poke, another little look, a little exploration into where he can get a good pass done on Guesty. And we've still got plenty of track left. Guesty's fuel is on vapours now, as Jay really tries to find a way by. Again for the outside. He knows the inside's going to be no good. He's trying to hope. I imagine he's hoping that Guesty's tyres are shot, and his fuel is virtually gone. Ensign Hewitt is R-ing. He can't handle this. You're on holiday. You're meant to be taking it easy. Jokers, Bandit have finished. Bazza, all of them. Bazza got ahead. But we can't cut away from this battle. And that's it. Guess his fuel's gone. His fuel's gone. He's going along the straight. That's nothing there. There's nothing in that tank. I'm sure of it. JOO cruises on by. And it's all down. How far behind is Jim? How slow will Guesty go until the line? And JOO gets that win that he felt was coming to him in round 1, and round 2 it comes. There you go. JOO for the win. Guesty crawling on back, but he gets second. And wow, look at that. Slow finish for Guesty. Great drive. And it's Jimbo. It's Jimbo. He's following, what was that, Snorlax? Snorlax letting him through. And Jim, take off your bloody helmet and take a boom, my son! Jimbo! The curse is crushed. The curse is gone. No more. Homesick gets 4th. Noxie brings it on home for 5th place. Great drive from Noxie there. Great drive to 5th spot. Wonderful stuff. And what a wonderful race. JOO takes the win. Guesty in 2nd. Jim rounds out your podium. Homesick gets 4th. Noxie brings it on home for 5th place. Sharon getting 6th. He's had so many spins. He must be absolutely dizzy in that car. But Sharon brings her on home for 6th spot. Great drive, Sharon. Great to see you back, man. Great to see you back. We love you. Jokers in 7th. Bandit got 8th. Bendit. Bazza got 9th. And Snorlax, with his radical strategies, got 10th. And there he is, Mike Lowry, if you'd rather, or we know him as JOO, and he races for pace. Great drive, great race from everyone involved. Unbelievable stuff, man. Unbelievable. There are your results, well, up to the 8th, and I'll show you the others. Quick look in the chat. Ensign says, Guesty owes me 10 quid. Jay says, woohoo. Ensign saying, that's how betting works, right? Yeah, it is. Skyjacker saying, well done, Jim. Jay saying, Jim, you beauty. And Ensign saying, great to see Jim on the podium after last week. Ensign saying, great win there, though. Timed it to perfection. No, great win, Jay. Brilliant stuff. Job's done wonderfully. And you kept it exciting all the way up to the final lap, which I appreciate as a commentator. So thank you. So JOO gets his first win this season in round 2. It was so close at Watkins Glen, but it was a little short of fuel. And here he had plenty of fuel and took the win quite handsomely. Then Guesty, what an absolute drive from Guesty. If I had to say driver of the day, would it have to be Guesty? He was down in 11th, remember? And he has absolutely grinded that bad boy like a pole dancer, grinding for cash for a kid with autism. So Guesty got that second. Great stuff there. Jim, a great podium, and he deserves it. Absolute great drive from the Jimbo. Homesick Alien in 4th, the championship leader, or is he now? And Noxie, great drive for 5th, man. Great drive for 5th. Sharon in 6th. He's best have a sit down because his head must be spinning. But he did get the fastest lap with a 2:16.641. Sharon, well done. Super stuff. Jokers in 7th. Great drive from Jokers under a lot of pressure from Bendit all the way through that race. And he came out in 7th with Bendit in 8th. We haven't seen him for a while. We miss you, Bendit. Love you. Bazza comes home in 9th with Snorlax having a problem on his outlap. He was right behind Homesick Alien. He could have been 5th, possibly. But something on his outlap went wrong, and then he had to go radical with his strategy. And it looked like it was working at some point, but then it didn't. Norman's unfortunately said everything froze up, and he had to bail. and Majid didn't get past the early parts of the race. That was cracking, people. I loved it. Thank you very much. What a way to pick up your Tuesday. So in the chat, Ensign saying, thank you for a great evening and nice to get involved in the chat for a change. Great comms thingy. Oh, bless you, Ensign. Thank you very much. Mama Homesick saying, well done all. Great racing. Thanks, thingy. Great comms as usual. Oh, thank you. And Jay saying, brakes was still long, Bruno. Had to coast a lot on the car. I thought it was strange you weren't like super catching up, Guesty, right there. And Jay saying, but Guesty was on it. He was definitely a good drive from Guesty, but the fuel just let him down. Right then, my lovies. Still got a stream. I've still got a stream for you. The Stock Car Championship from Miami. To do at some point during the week. So don't forget, you got to subscribe to catch these things. And touch the bell. Touch the little bell end right at the end. Just give that bell end a little rub. Oh, yeah, you little lovely bell end. And if you click that, you'll always be notified when there's a stream. So there'll be a Stock Car Championship stream round round 6. Round 6. Look at me. I'm on it like a car bonnet. That'll be bouncing out there some point. I don't think it's this Thursday that the FF Cup starts. I believe it's the Thursday after. So get it in a calendar. Get a calendar. You should have one on your phone. Get a Sharpie. Get your calendar app open, and then get it up for what is it? We'll go through it together, shall we? Look, I'll get my calendar up. Oh God, St. Patrick's Day. That was ages ago, wasn't it? Where is it? So it's going to be the 6th of Thursday. So if you get a Sharpie and just circle that on your phone, then you'll never forget. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Buster Cherry. Thank you for joining us here at the Virtual Racers Club. Adios, amigos. Peace and love. Peace and love. I'm learning Spanish.